Yay! Hi, Mama. Welcome back to MummyMo Haircare, where I teach you everything that you need to know about caring for your child's natural hair with ease and with confidence. Today is, however, drumroll, about you and for you. If you're experiencing sudden hair shedding or thinning after childbirth, you're not alone. Today, I'm diving into postpartum hair loss. What causes it? How long it lasts, and most importantly, what you can do to care for your hair and yourself during the season. Now, before we dive in, please go ahead and subscribe. Hit that notification bell so that you never miss a video from my channel. Before we get right into postpartum hair loss, I think it's important that you first understand exactly how hair grows, okay? As you can see from the diagram, hair growth occurs in three main stages. The anagen phase is the stage where hair actively grows out of your scalp, okay? The catagen phase is the transition stage between active growth and shedding. And the telogen phase is the resting phase. Now, some health experts include the shedding phase in the telogen phase, but many scientists have actually separated the stage into another part known as the exogen phase. For the sake of keeping things simple, let's just add the exogen and the telogen together and say it's the shedding phase, okay? The phase where hair leaves the scalp. Now, during pregnancy, your estrogen levels are sky high. They are pumping. This prolongs your anagen phase, your growth phase of your hair cycle, meaning that there is usually less shedding and you usually have fuller hair. Now, a lot of women tend to enjoy this period, and they are sometimes even shocked by how full and long their hair gets. But after delivery, estrogen levels drop sharply. Now, that sudden change affects the hair cycle. It pushes many strands into the shedding phase, and this type of hair loss is known as telogen effluvium. It usually begins about 2 to 4 months postpartum and can be very alarming, but it's completely normal and completely temporary. So if you were scared, my hair's coming out in clumps, I'm losing my edges, I'm losing my hairline, what is wrong with me? What have I done? Just take a chill pill. It's temporary. It's temporary. So let's get serious now. Postpartum shedding can last anywhere from 6 to 12 months, depending on your body's recovery, your stress levels, your hair care, and your overall health. Now, most women see regrowth start within a few months, but even if your hairline looks sparse, don't panic. You will bounce back over the next couple of months. Your hairline, it will fill out again. You just need to give it some time. So what can you do while you wait for your hair to come back? Well, while we wait for your hormones to rebalance, which is the thing, here's how you can support your hair and avoid making things worse. All right, let's start with some hair care do's. Please be gentle whenever you handle your hair or you have it handled. Ensure that you're working in sections. Please make sure that you use your fingers as much as possible before you move on to a tool, something like maybe your wide tooth comb or your brushes. Have a healthy hair care routine in place. Make sure you wash and deep condition your hair every 1 to 2 weeks with mild, sulfate-free products formulated for your own hair type. Then you need to moisturize your hair regularly with hydrating mist, water-based leave-in conditioners, and then sealing with light oils. Be sure to protect your hairline at night with silk or a satin scarf or a silk or a satin bonnet, which has a smooth band, or one where the elastic is covered by the silk or the satin fabric and the bonnet is made from. You know, there's some bonnets, especially the ones that look like the ones from fairy tales, for lack of a better way to put it. And then you can see that the elastic on the inside of the bonnet is exposed. So you don't want to use such bonnets because of the friction that it will impart to your hairline, especially in the areas where you're losing hair. You want to ensure that the bonnet that you're using, if it is elasticated, has covered that elastic portion. All right. If you can't get that, get the type that has a smooth band and then the pleats or the gathers start a little later, afterwards. All right. It's very important so that you don't aggravate the hair loss that is happening. You got it? You can try gentle scalp massages to stimulate blood flow on your scalp, but this is not compulsory. like I said before, postpartum hair loss is temporary. Now, what you need to avoid and stay away from are tight, tiny, heavy, or complicated styles. Mommies, this is not the time to do those type of hairstyles. You know, examples like Ghana weaving or feeding cornrows. These type of hairstyles, they can add unnecessary tension and cause further hairline loss. If you wear wigs a lot, you would also want to like press the brake pedal on using them very frequently. Your hairline, which is where I know a lot of women experience this type of hair loss, it needs to be pampered and left to allow to recoup, okay? Also, please avoid frequent heat styling or chemical treatments. Your strands are more fragile now. This is not the time to say you want to color your hair. This is not the time to say you want to bleach your hair. This is not the time you want to keep flat ironing your hair. You want to try to stay away from the use of heat as much as possible. You want to try to stay away from the use of chemicals as much as possible. And you want to stay away from styles where, I think for your own well-being, where you have to sit down for hours on end, where they have to take really tiny sections of hair. This is not the time to be doing I don't know, like Gen Z behavior, would like say that, like you can do braids that come all the way down to your bum and all of that. It will just apply more tension, it will apply more pressure. Remember, your hair at this time is fragile and we're trying to recover it. So please stay away from all these and just be careful and gentle. Let's talk supplementation. A lot of hair care experts, they advocate that you should continue to take your prenatal supplements even after you've had your baby. And I know that now, unlike before, there are postpartum supplements available for women to take after childbirth. So if you're breastfeeding or your diet has changed, you may have some nutrient deficiencies which may possibly affect your hair. For this, please talk to your doctor about safe supplements like biotin, only if you're deficient, stuff like vitamin D, iron, especially if you lost blood during delivery. Zinc and omega-3s are great as well. Now, these are just suggestions, all right? Please don't ever start supplements without checking with your doctor, your nutritionist, your gynae, especially if you're nursing, all right? Now, I have personally been there, all right? Postpartum life is full of changes, physically, emotionally, mentally, everything. Stress can actually extend your shedding phase, because it is the body's way of trying to deal with the stress that you are under. Also, in case you didn't know, having a baby is a type of traumatic event for your body. So self-care should actually be a part of your hair care. Stuff you can try, you can go for gentle walks or stretching, you can try journaling, do quiet time, deep breathing for about 10 minutes a day is fine, and asking for help. Yes, mom, you deserve support. You are not made to do mothering all on your own. You carried life for 9 months. I don't even know why they say 9 months when it's actually 10 months. 40 weeks is 10 months. But anyway, you birthed a miracle and now you're nurturing it. You need to be kind to yourself, please. Your healing matters a lot. And you need to be patient with yourself and your hair. Now, I'm not saying like neglect your hair or abandon your hair because you're in a postpartum phase. You don't have to do that, but you can prioritize. All right, sometimes it's not the time to get your hair done. Sometimes it's the time to rest. Sometimes there's the time to play with your baby. Sometimes it's okay for things not to go smoothly or perfectly at this time. All right, but you will come through. I've been postpartum now for over 10 years, if I can put it that way, but you will pass through, all right? Your body will recover, your hormones will recover, your hair will recover, your emotions will recover, everything will be fine. From everything I've said, I hope that you now have a better understanding of postpartum hair loss. And you now know that it doesn't have to scare you or agitate you. You have done nothing wrong, all right? Most of all, now that you know this, you won't fall prey to product marketers who are trying to sell you postpartum hair growth products. Yes, they can be part of your care routine, but if you don't use them, you will still be fine. Your hair will grow back, mommy, on average between about 6 to 12 months, okay? If your postpartum hair loss persists after a year, I recommend that you pay a visit to the trichologist so that whatever is causing the delay can be diagnosed and you can know what to adjust. All right? Now that brings me to the end of our interaction for today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up and share it with another mama. Also, don't forget to subscribe to MummyMo Haircare for more honest, science-backed guidance on Afro-textured hair care. Till next time, when you see me, please stay encouraged, stay positive, and keep nurturing that beautiful bond that you have with your child through hair care. Bye!